Hey, what is up, guys? It is Instant here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. With the subject of today's video, I might get some new people, so we'll see. But I just wanted to kind of shout out, I guess, my Twitter or whatever. Also my Discord, because I'm starting to try and be more active on there. Um, but I kind of want to talk to you guys about something that's kind of been on my mind lately, and that's been the past just week on Twitter. Or I guess the past few days because I haven't really been on Twitter a lot lately. Like I don't know if any of you do follow me on Twitter or stuff like that, you'll see that I haven't really said shit lately. And I'm kind of starting to more the past few days because it's fucking ridiculous. Like okay, so we're gonna talk about two different things. I'm gonna leave timestamps in the description. Um, so if you guys want to skip to each story or whatever, if you guys only want to hear certain stories, that's fine. We're gonna start with the Sebastian Stan shit that's going on right now, and then we're gonna head over and talk about Nick Cannon. Um, yeah, I mean it's definitely interesting, but to start out the video, I just want to kind of thank the people that do support the channel, and if you are new here, and you're not trying to claim that I'm some racist for having opinions that differ from yours, feel free to drop a like on the video or a comment, or even if we do disagree, feel free to leave comments and we can have debates and stuff, but also try and be respectful and kind of more so criticizing rather than just blindly hating because that does nothing for anyone. Um, so even if there are negative comments, I'm not going to delete them because I'm not some little bitch. I'm not Brie Larson over here. Which that's something I kind of want to talk about eventually as well. Um, but so with this whole thing with Sebastian Stan, if you guys don't follow it on Twitter, if you're not like in with all this stupid shit, um, now one thing I will say is that this actual top page or whatever on Twitter is a lot better than it was yesterday or 2 days ago. Because when I first saw the hashtag start trending and I was looking at it, like there were people actually agreeing with people on it, and I was like, huh? And long story short, what I'm gonna say is, and if I find the actual tweet or whatever, I'll talk about it more in depth. But long story short, Sebastian Stan is dating this one woman, apparently by the name of Alejandra. I don't know much about him. I am into the Marvel movies and stuff like that, but I'm not one that ever stands actors or anything like that. Like, there's actors I enjoy a lot, but I don't consider myself a stand for any certain actor, except for Jeff Goldblum, dad over there. Nah, but in all seriousness, it was all about because it was either his girlfriend or, as this tweet is saying, his girlfriend's friend posted a picture of the girlfriend and the friend or whatever. Basically, it was the girlfriend and the girlfriend's friend in the picture. I don't know which one of them two posted it. But basically, people went around, found a picture from I think a couple years ago, 2 years ago, and they were in kimonos and stuff like that, and they said I think it was like hashtag Asian life or something like that. Like, yeah, that's probably not the best hashtag, but it's like wearing a kimono doesn't immediately mean cultural appropriation. Like something similar to this happened like I think 3 or 4 years ago, maybe like 5 years ago at this point, when like this chick went to her high school prom or some shit, in like a kimono or like a traditionally Eastern dress, and then people were like, "Oh, well, that's appropriation. You can't wear that." And it's like it's just such a big issue, and with the Nick Cannon story as well, it'll kind of tie into the larger theme of why I'm making this video and why I'm combining them both into one video. But long story short, with the Sebastian Stan is over party, it's complete bullshit. Don't buy into it. Don't get worried about it. Don't be like, oh, are they gonna recast him? They're not, because this is the dumbest shit. And even with I replied to one tweet. Let me grab that tweet real quick. I'm not gonna look at those right away. The replies I just got. Okay, so the original thing was with Sebastian Stan. Someone said you're with someone who shared an extremely offensive slash racist post, which also isn't true. Went on a vacation in the middle of a fucking pandemic without a mask, and now you or your team is blocking fans trying to educate you? Yeah, you better own up to this one, you white male. So I responded, like a normal sane human being went, different points. So I went, hey, what his girlfriend does isn't on him or his fault, which is fucking true. You're not responsible for any other adult's actions except your own. If anybody sees this video and you're gonna try and, be on their side, shut the fuck up. Okay? Just no. Like, you can say your opinions, I'm not gonna tell you to not. But just in what fucking world is Sebastian Stan considered racist because somebody else did it? Also, I didn't notice this right away, getting sidetracked, but she said, if you don't know what's racist about her post, Chinese night is what the tag was. Okay. And now she's using this as a defense, by the way, and I'm Asian, so shut up. Excuse me? But back to the response I had. So that was my A response. B, I said, I will agree to the vacation without a mask thing is wrong, so I will concede a point with that. And I will agree, yeah, that's kind of fucked up to do. I'm keep it real. Don't agree with him doing that. Is that a reason to cancel someone? No. Just, it's not. And then C, I just put myself in it. I was like, if I was in this position, I'd block people too. I don't blame him for blocking people who try and spread negativity. Like, that's why I'm not on social media often at all. And then my last thing was just saying that using white male as an insult is racist. And this dude replied saying, oh, until the last one, I'm with you. So I just responded to this like 20 minutes ago saying, so if I said being black, Latino, Asian, whatever, was an insult, would that not be racist? And then I told him, I was like, I made sure to point out that I'm not white. I'm Puerto Rican. So if people try and use this, oh, well, minorities can't be racist, it's like, so you're telling me I can't be racist, but you're saying that you don't agree with my opinion that he's not racist. So what does that make me in like your fucked up, stupid ass mind? But he apparently responded saying, I'm actually in defense of him blocking these morons being frivolous, but calling him white male in regards to what he perceived as a slight against people of color isn't racist. Both are overblown. Okay. So that's actually not too bad. But that was my response, and then someone else responded saying to that. The original person I responded to this with deleted the tweet. I don't remember what it said. But I was like, oh, so it was basically just calling him racist. And I was like, so he's racist because somebody else did something vaguely racist? Like, that's what I was hinting at. And then I was like, I said, no wonder nobody takes hashtag cancel culture and Twitter seriously at all. Y'all need to grow the fuck up. And then he was like, that's somebody else's girlfriend. And then he used a fucking clown meme, so you can tell how old this person is. And then I was like, okay, in what world is he in charge of what his girlfriend does? Or do you think that men should control their girlfriends as a damage control tactic? And then this person responded saying, no, example, I would never condone my boyfriend doing racist allegations. What? Either I educate him and tell him, hey, that's wrong and offensive, or I leave him. That's your decision. But sitting here and trying to cancel Sebastian Stan, like she's missing, I'm assuming it's a she just by the name. It could be a guy, I don't know, I'm not going to assume genders, I'm not going to get canceled for some dumb shit. But whoever that person is, Lana Barnes, again, don't, and I'm going to say this as well, if you do agree with me, don't send any of these people hate that I'm responding to, please don't, because that just doesn't help anything, and that just fuels bullshit, and I don't want that. Because if you go around and do that, please unsubscribe from my channel, or please don't ever watch my content, because I do not support that. But yeah, just because they have a shitty opinion doesn't mean you should go out and roast their shit or bombard them. Like, just don't. But yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. They're trying to cancel Sebastian Stan because his girlfriend posted something 2 years ago, or his girlfriend's friend posted something 2 years ago that's quote unquote problematic when it really isn't. Like, is it in the best taste? No, I'll agree with that. It's probably not the best taste to do what they did. Is it worth canceling somebody who has no direct relation to that post? Fuck no. And if you think there is a right for that, you're fucking stupid. But luckily now a lot of people are like, and even with this, it's like, this is the post, okay? So it wasn't even his actual, girlfriend that posted it. Somebody else fucking did it. Like, somebody else, the friend of the girlfriend, posted this. So you're not even canceling the person who is actually dating the person who posted this shit. That's the level that cancel culture is at. Like, I find it fucking ridiculous. Like, this is why I'm not very public about anything in my life, because I don't want to ever, have anyone in my life have to deal with this shit because it's fucking stupid. Like, but luckily now everyone's like, you know, kind of explaining it, and like, luckily I did see a tweet a few, like, either yesterday or 2 days ago, saying instead of posting fan cams, it's like post like the screenshots or like videos saying like why it's wrong. Like, that's even a better idea. But that's pretty much the gist of the whole Sebastian Stan issue. I don't know if he's replied yet. Because as far as I know, again, either him or his team, whoever runs the socials, are blocking people trying to cancel him or tag him in it. Just because, I mean, I'd do the same fucking thing, honestly. And I don't normally block people, but if it's that many people, I would just fucking block it, or even block the terms. Like, I would just, like, I get that Twitter is a very toxic place, but that's why I'm never on it, really. Um, but that's going to be the end of the whole Sebastian Stan thing for now. I am going to move on to the Nick Cannon thing, so if you're not interested in that, you can feel free to click away, check out my other content, um, or anything like that. But if you have any points that you agree with, disagree with, feel free to let me know in the comments so far. And, to anyone kind of sticking with me to the next part, I appreciate it. And let's head into this. So the first thing you'll see is that Viacom fired Nick Cannon off of, as far as I know, it was fired from his like podcast thing. I don't know if they fired him from the podcast or if it was from The Masked Singer, which I actually really like that show. Not because of Nick Cannon, I just like the idea of it. That's one of the few TV shows I actually do watch. I'm also very big into music, so that's probably why. But on a more related note, Nick Cannon was. Let me see if I can find. Okay, yeah, well, this is pretty much a good tweet about it. Okay, so basically what happened was Nick Cannon was on his podcast. I think it was like Cannon Convos or something like that. And he was basically saying a lot of things of like, oh, well, people without, the correct amount of melanin in their skin, uh, you know, they just have no compassion, or they don't care about people, like stuff like that, basically saying if you don't have, a high melanin count in your skin, then you're basically subhuman. He was calling pretty much anybody that does have a high melanin count like gods and shit. Like, it was very, very problematic. Like, the way I describe something as problematic is if you switched the roles and it was a white person, how would that go? Like, say it was some other white host of like some show. Say the guy who's hosting that fucking Ryan Reynolds show or whatever. I forgot what it's called. Um, like Don't or some shit. I forgot the dude's name. Adam Scott, I think, is his name, maybe. Like, imagine if he was coming out here saying, "Oh, anyone that has darker skin," or anyone, and he also, Nick Cannon brought up, Jewish people as well. He apparently really likes to trash on Jewish people. Um, but imagine if like Adam Scott said this shit, and he was trashing on Jews and trashing on like people that weren't white as fuck. Yeah, he would have been fucking fired too, and let's just say he would definitely be getting some fucking death threats, and he would have no support on Twitter about it at all from anybody. Like, even his supporters would be like, I don't know who this guy is. We're not gonna talk about him. Like, we don't like this guy. But it's like, for some fucking reason, knowing Twitter, people are out here fucking supporting Nick Cannon's shit. Like, and this is exactly true. Anti-white racism is still racism. Like, and I'm not going to be one of those people to be like, oh, all lives matter, because all lives matter, but that can't be true until black lives also matter. So, like, I'm just going to get that out there, okay? So, anybody trying to be like, oh, well, you're just a white apologist, or you're like far right or some dumb shit like that. I'm not. I'm an egalitarian. I believe everybody deserves equal rights. I don't believe that quotas are good for anything, especially for acting. Whatever, Hollywood can fucking deal with it. But in terms of like healthcare jobs and things like that, quotas do nothing. Hire the best people for the job. If those best people are people of color, that's awesome. If they're white, cool. It doesn't fucking matter. the amount of melanin in your skin, your nationality, all that shit, that doesn't define your worth as a person. It doesn't define your capability. It doesn't define any of that. So that's the kind of, just so you guys know, that's the mindset I have. And again, apparently that's controversial. Um, but yeah, saying, oh, fuck all white people, or, all white people are fucking subhuman, or, oh, all fucking Jewish people are subhuman, like, saying all this different shit, that's still fucking racist. Like, that's not okay. Like, if you said that shit, like, say if a white guy, like, again, say Adam Scott got on a podcast and he was like, oh yeah, all these fucking black people and shit like that, like, they're just not even at our level. And, like, especially with the fact that Nick Cannon compared black people to gods, imagine if a white person did that, being like, oh yeah, black people are not only subhuman, but white people are gods. How the fuck would that go over? Because that would totally go well. That would totally go well. Like, how fucking dumb are you guys? It just makes no fucking sense. Then you got people like Omarion saying, "Oh, you can't fire a boss." The only thing he's a boss of is making really fucking stupid decisions. I'm pretty sure he's one of the few people employed there. Although I guess with Twitter, it seems like there's a lot more people. Um, and it's like, see, and this is a very good tweet. Come the fuck on with this shit. Black Jews exist. Anti-Semitism is evil, and Nick Cannon hasn't done shit for the quote-unquote culture since Drumline. Egg fucking exactly. Nick Cannon has done nothing in the past 2 to 3 years except fucking start shit with people that had nothing to fucking do with him and all this other stupid shit and make really fucking terrible takes and show that he actually believes this shit. Because I get that people will say shit for attention. I get that. It's really fucking dumb and I still don't agree with it, but it happens. But you can just fucking tell with how frequently he says this shit and the way he goes about saying it. He doesn't just say it. He means this shit. This is shit that he believes. Like, how is that okay? In what world is it okay to say, oh, well, compared to this one race, I'm a god, or, oh, they're complete subhuman filth? Like, in what world is that okay? Why do we have people supporting people like Nick Cannon, who have these fucking opinions? Like, I'm sorry, but if you support this kind of behavior and these kind of ideals, you need to get yourself fucking checked into somewhere because you have some shit wrong in your fucking head. Like, it does not make anything okay just because some celebrity said it. Like, and it's just like, it's fucking ridiculous. And it's like, this shit, it's like, oh, y'all quick to cancel Nick Cannon, but y'all moving slow as shit on finding and arresting the officers that killed Breonna Taylor. A, completely unrelated, and B, they're both fucked up situations. One is a lot more fucked up than the other, and it's obviously the Breonna Taylor thing. But it's like, yes, a bunch of people on Twitter. This isn't Reddit, okay? Reddit, if you want to go find people hella fast, just go to Reddit. Or like 4chan. Like, that'll happen like nothing. But in this case, especially with the fact that I guarantee for some fucked reason there's going to be people protecting those cops, which is not okay. And it's just, it's ridiculous. And it's like right here again with Nick Cannon. According to Nick Cannon, the amount of melanin in one's skin determines the level of compassion. We should ask the widows of the Tutsi genocide in Rwanda if this is true. And that's the thing. People sit here and talk about, oh, in America, there's all these people getting killed. All these like people of color getting killed by, non-people of color, like cops and stuff like that. Yeah, you guys don't talk about the fact that in other countries, and yes, I know this doesn't affect America, but it's still a fucking problem. And if you want to be consistent about Black Lives Matter, that should mean not just Black American Lives Matter, people. Get on your fucking shit. Like, it's sad that a Puerto Rican dude's sitting here telling you, oh, if Black Lives Matter, let's worry about every black person, not just Black Americans or the right black people. Like, it's fucking ridiculous that I have to be the one to sit here and be like, look, more than just these few black people's lives matter. Like, it's a huge fucking problem, not just in America. But I guess it's only an issue when it's, white on black or, Latino on black. If it's black on black, nobody gives a fuck. Or if it's white on white, no one cares. Latino on Latino, no one cares, etc. The same race on the same race, nobody gives a fuck. Because at the end of the day, we can't turn that into an agenda. No fucking shit, you can't. Not everything has to be a fucking agenda. Like, you should just care about everybody's lives equally and not sit here and be like, oh, well, black Americans, because that's where I live, they're more important than, people in actual fucking Africa being, like, butchered and murdered and shit. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Really? This is the fucking level you guys are stooping to? But it's just ridiculous. And it's like Terrence Williams over here. White people have died protecting black people. White people died in war fighting to end slavery. No one ever fucking mentions that. So blacks could be free. White people marched with Martin Luther King and demanded equality for all. Abraham Lincoln, which that also links to another story I'll talk briefly about, died for freeing blacks. All white people are not evil. Egg fucking exactly. And that's the biggest thing. I know another side note as it's in my head. If any of you are trying to fucking cancel and tear down fucking Mount Rushmore, get the fuck out of America. Okay? Like, I get I'm gonna get some flack for that. I don't give a shit. If you're gonna fucking live here and then say that, oh, well, all these people, they did fucked up shit, let's get them the fuck out of here. No. No. I was hanging out with people last night, right? And one of the people there is a person of color. And she pointed out, and she was like, oh, well, there was this saying, and I honestly forgot that this saying was a thing. So I used to be a huge history buff, but I have been very complacent, and I'll admit that. But she reminded me of this phrase that was said, those who forget history are doomed to repeat it. So if we want to sit here and erase all the imperfect people or problematic people out of the past, we're going to get another fucking Stalin. We're going to get another Hitler. Do you guys want that? Do you guys really want that? Because at this point, it seems like 99% of the shit I see this year is people trying to, like, erase history and shit like that. And be like, oh, well, we can't talk about it because, it's problematic and it hurts people's feelings, so therefore we have to erase it. If we erase it in, like, 60 to 100 years, people are going to do the same shit. We're going to have other Hitlers. We're going to have people going around trying to, we're going to have people trying to lynch people in the streets again. And that's not okay. Nobody in their right fucking mind wants that. So if you're one of those people trying to erase history and trying to do that shit, just know that as a direct result of you trying to do that shit, if it ever does happen, the exact same reasons you're tearing that shit down, it'll all happen fucking again. The only way shit changes is if people fucking learn. And you can't learn if you fucking take away the actual material used to fucking learn. But that's a topic for another video. We're gonna get back to this whole Nick Cannon shit. But like this Mark Dice guy again, if Nick Cannon would have just listened to fucking Terry Crews, by the way, if any of you stan, if you ever want to choose a single black actor to stan, or if you want to stan anymore, Terry Crews is the man. That man is genuinely one of the best human beings I have ever seen and heard talk, and he just is an amazing person. So, and I know right now that's controversial because he's saying, don't let Black Lives Matter turn into black supremacy, and people are like, oh, well, you're just trying to cause bullshit, or you're not an ally. When you guys don't listen to people like him saying that, like people that say that shit, who have direct experience dealing with the issues you guys are trying to fight, when you don't listen to someone like that who's had experience with it trying to tell you, hey, don't let it turn into like what we're trying to fight, we get people like Nick Cannon. We get people out here trying to be the reason Terry Crews said what the fuck he said. And somehow Nick Cannon is getting support and people are trying to hate on Terry Crews. Like, if you're one of those people, how fucked are you in the head? Because you're fucking stupid as fuck. Like, it makes no fucking sense. Oh, it was Wild and Out that he got fired from, apparently. Yeah, see, this is actually pretty perfect. Like, this is basically the media representation. Nick Cannon, makes super anti-Semitic jokes, makes racist jokes. Or not jokes, but comments. No real talk about it. But police officers committing, a murder against an unarmed person, bro, everybody and their fucking fish needs to hear this shit. Because how else are we gonna push our fucking agendas? And like, I'm not saying it's wrong to give that much publicity. I agree with it, but they both need to get fucking publicity. Um, it's fucking ridiculous. It's like, to the black people calling Nick Cannon racist. Do you want to fight? I mean, I'm not black, but he is racist, so you know. Um, Dog the Bounty Hunter. Okay, well, I don't know when that was, but that was clearly fucking okay in the 70s. So, and see, this is also another thing I want to talk about in terms of the situation. Saying, oh, well, they fired Nick Cannon in 24 hours, but this shit that happened, Dog the Bounty Hunter hasn't been relevant in like 10 to 15 years. So very random to bring him up in this also. But A, don't bring other people into drama where it has literally no fucking involvement with them. I kind of touched on that with the Sebastian Stan stuff as well. And also, the Dog the Bounty Hunter issue and the Nick Cannon issue are two completely different situations. Are they related and are they both fucked up? Yes. Do I support either of them? No. They both said fucked up shit. They both did fucked up shit. And I support neither of them. I refuse to. But does that mean that in this situation in 2020 we should be trying to bring up shit on Dog the Bounty Hunter? No. That dude's already irrelevant as is. Just leave him irrelevant. That's the best way you can get back at a celebrity for being racist, is just leave them in irrelevancy. That's the only way that rich people will learn, is if you fucking strike at their wallets. But it's ridiculous. And it's like right here, she's saying, oh, I never thought I would type this. And she's saying, support Nick Cannon, but on mute. So you don't even like his music, but you're sitting here still supporting his shit, trying to drive up his revenue just because he's a black guy that said the funny words about the white people. Really? Really? Y'all are gonna be like this? Also, if my man T-Pain is getting fucking cyberbullied for some bullshit, I'm gonna fucking fight someone, because T-Pain is amazing. As far as I know, again, this is before I looked into anything with him, so if he's doing fucked up shit, then, so be it, and I'll, talk about that separately, but, but it's just ridiculous. Oh, apparently Megan Thee Stallion got shot. That's not good. Yeah, it's just, in this, it's like, Naya Rivera passing. Sad. Nick Cannon loses Wild 'N Out. Okay, who really gives a shit? Hospitals now cannot report COVID cases to CDC. I did not know that. School's about to reopen, which is very fucking dumb. Megan Thee Stallion got shot, which is very fucking scary. Tory Lane's arrested. I still don't know who that is. Ghislaine, I'm going to assume is how you say that. I'm not good at pronouncing names. About to expose folks, and it's only mid-July. I just don't condone. Yeah, here's Terrence again, being the absolute. Is Chad a compliment? Because I'm trying to compliment this man, because he's making the right moves. Oh yeah, look, this is the shit that Nick Cannon was talking about. Like, and again, that might get my video demonetized as fuck, and I might have to find a way to censor that, but so be it. I'm not monetized anyway, so I really don't care. It's ridiculous. Like, also another thing I'm going to touch on real quick before I end this video is apparently there's a hashtag I stand with Nick Cannon. Huh? Okay, he invested in young black people. Cool. He's still a fucking racist. Not all racists are 100% shitty people. Is Nick Cannon a shitty person that believes shitty things? Yes. Has he done good things? I don't doubt that. Does that make what he's saying okay? Fuck no. Fuck no. And now people are like, oh, Viacom fired Nick Cannon? Cool, this is an incentive for blacks to withdraw their support and consumerism from a platform where black voices don't matter. He's saying that people are fucking racist and that they're basically trash. If you support that, no business would want your support. No business is going to say, oh, look at our supporter base. They also support racist ideals. We're really proud of you guys. You're very woke. No, they're gonna be like, oh cool, we got, less pieces of shit on our fucking platform. Good fucking luck. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. Like, if you want to stop anti-Semitism and yet you've been silent about the treatment of black people, including black Jews, at the hands of the Israeli government and its backers in America, and you're not against anti-Semitism. You can be against something without literally being outspoken on every single individual situation. I could sit here and say 1000% that I am against racism of every form without having to list every single incident of racism I have ever personally witnessed, heard about from friends, or heard about online. You don't have to go case by case and say, oh hey, this case that like 2 people have heard about, yeah, fuck that guy because he's racist. You don't have to do that with every single thing. You don't have to like re-up your cred. It's not like when you fucking need to eat. Like, I don't know why people act like, oh, to survive, it's like I need to eat. Every time I need to eat, I also need to, re-up my woke points to make sure I don't run out when I spend them on all this neat woke clout. Like, it's ridiculous. Nick Cannon is a moron, 100%. Nick Cannon was absolutely right, also false. White people have been savage and barbaric in their treatment of African people. You hate to hear the truth. Is that true in the past? Yes. I'm not going to deny that. Like I've said before, America has a very fucked up past. Does that mean that that's still true to today, like he's making it sound? No. Does that mean that all the white people I know are guilty for all the shit that people did, 60 to 80 years ago? Fuck no. You are not responsible, again, I reiterated this earlier, but you are not guilty for anybody's actions or decisions or words except for your own. Stop blaming an entire fucking race for shit that people nowadays haven't fucking done. I know plenty of fucking white people. Are they racist just because, all those people in the fucking 60s through like 70s and 80s and shit were fucking terrible, and even in the 90s and early 2000s and like all this shit? And even just because there are still terrible people out there? No. Are all black people, believing this shit just because Twitter's very vocal about it and, you got people like Nick Cannon reiterating this shit? Hell no. Not everybody in a race is evil. Not all fucking white people are going to go around and just murder black people. Not all black people are going to go around and steal your shit. Not all fucking, Latino people are sitting here part of a cartel or some shit. That's not how that works. And not all fucking Asians are here to steal jobs, or they're not here to fucking, they're not secret Yakuza members and shit. Like, that's not how that works. Not everybody in the world is a giant piece of shit. I am a very paranoid and skeptical person. And I am the one telling you that not everybody is awful. So if you want to sit here and tell someone with my mindset, or anybody at all, that, oh, fuck all white people, fuck all black people, fuck all that, fuck you. I'm not going to mix words. Go fuck yourself, because you are a terrible person. And that's just how it is. Like, I'm sorry, it is. And people are like, oh, you guys do realize that white supremacy is not some evil entity. It is evil behavior acted out by bad people. Fucking boom. It has been happening for centuries. How in the world do y'all fix a behavior if no one was allowed to talk about it as your behavior? Fucking exactly. That's one of the few tweets I will actually like with this hashtag. Like, you need to talk about it. But saying what Nick Cannon is saying that every white person is subhuman filth and is incapable of feeling compassion, go fuck yourself, Nick Cannon. You are a giant piece of shit, and I will never, under any fucking circumstances, support you, anybody who supports you, or anything you do. Because you're a piece of shit. You sit here talking about compassion when in that same exact fucking podcast, you are showing more uncompassionate fucking actions than every single white person I have ever fucking met online, met in person, known, talked to at all. You are single-handedly calling yourself a god while also trying to shit talk anybody who's not black and who also happens to be Jewish, while also trying to sit here and say, oh, but they're the bad people. We're the very virtuous ones because we're black. You know, don't mind the things we say or the things we do. We're good people. Yeah, you know, we've done some fucked up shit, just like white people have, just like every race has. But for us, it's forgivable because we're black and we've been racially profiled. What the fuck are you doing with white people? You're racially profiling anybody who isn't black. I'm fucking Puerto Rican, so I'm not black. Does that mean I'm a piece of shit? You're saying anybody who isn't black is subhuman filth. How the fuck are you the virtuous one? I don't fucking get it. But I'm gonna fucking end this video before I blow a fucking gasket. Because it's already been going on for like almost 40 minutes, so. I'm just gonna end this. I know it's gonna be a long one. If you've made it this far, you know, thanks for sticking it out. Even if you don't agree with my points, I appreciate the fact that, excuse me, I appreciate the fact that you took the time to actually view this video, you know, hear my points out, and all that kind of stuff. Even if you disagree with me in the comments, and you try and, you know, roast my shit in the comments, I still appreciate it. I'm not gonna hide comments. I'm not gonna hide the like to dislikes. I'm not gonna do any of that stupid shit. I'm not gonna go into damage control because I don't say shit that I'm gonna regret because I'm not a pussy. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, or if you agreed with my opinions at all, or even if you didn't but you thought I delivered good talking points, feel free to leave a like. You know, feel free to leave comments either way, whether you agreed or disagreed, like the video or not. If you didn't like this video, obviously feel free to leave a dislike. I understand that. I'm not going to be like, oh, maybe you got X amount of dislikes. If this video is going to get dislikes, that's fine. I get it. But, you know, if you've gotten this far, definitely, you know, let's start a conversation. Let's not start an attack. Let's not start a flame war. Let's start debates, conversations, share people's thoughts. Let's do that in the comments. Because that's what this video is for at the end of the day. Whether it's about the Sebastian Stan drama, Nick Cannon, all that stuff I talked about, feel free to let me know. Talk to me about it. You know, that's what this video is for. It's kind of to help. You know, I'm not a big channel, but it's kind of to help put different viewpoints out there and see what you guys think. So, if you guys don't want me to do videos like this, like ever again or very often, I understand. Trust me, I'm not going to be like a political channel. I'm not going to sit here like, you know, the cuckening out here making videos all the time, like 5 or 6 videos a day, because I just fucking refuse. But if you guys do want to kind of hear my opinions, like once a month is the most I'd ever do this, let me know. Because I'm very intrigued to kind of hear you guys' opinions. But yeah, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. Check out my Discord, stuff like that. Check out my other videos, and I will see you guys in the next video or live stream. I hope you guys have a fantastic and safe day, and yeah, stay safe, everyone. Peace out.